They are members of the government, my dear colleagues from the United Nations country team. These are the type of meetings or topics that requires, as welcoming remarks, they should be very, very short because, well, the risk is that you start preempting the main subject. But the most important is that we need to take action on that. No? So let me just explain the objective of this meeting. The objective of this meeting is, first of all, to get a clear understanding of the Global Accelerator on Jobs and Social Protection for Just Transition. This is the main objective, and we have a presentation, and we will engage in a very productive discussion. But the expected outcome of this exercise is to make sure that the Philippines, as many other dynamic countries in the world, becomes a pathway country for the Global Accelerator. This is what we expect. So today, the idea is to start a process for which the government of the Philippines will raise hands and say, we would like to be part of this pathway as a member, active member of the Global Accelerator. The Global Accelerator was launched by the UN Secretary General in 2021, and it represents the UN's collective support to countries that would like to be engaged in an acceleration of the SDG agenda. And this idea of the acceleration of the SDGs was quite present just a few days ago as part of the UN General Assembly, discussion of the UN General Assembly. It was part even of the statement conveyed by the Philippines delegation. I strongly suggest that you have a look at the speech of Secretary Manalo on SDGs and the aspiration of this country. And it was present, the word acceleration, in the majority of the speech, because there is this recognition that we are not on track on the SDGs. And we are not on track of the SDGs for a combined series of reasons. No? The experts call it as a result of polycrisis. No, polycrisis is a new concept that is not saying too much, in fact, because it just refers to the accumulation, sequencing, and overlapping of many shocks. No? We have the shocks created by the COVID-19, shocks created by conflict that are affecting international trade, prices of the most basic commodities, and of course this global inflation. No? As a result of that and many other shocks, we are not on track. No? We are not on track globally. We are not on track on the SDG number 3 that relates to the good health, and the COVID-19 was not really helping us on that. We are not on track on SDG 9, industry, innovation, and infrastructure. At the same time, we are not going, as expected on SDG 17 for partnership. No? And this is unfortunate because these 3 SDGs, in some way, they were showcased globally as those where we are doing well, in terms of global cooperation. And in the case of the Philippines, and based on information provided by the Philippine Statistical Authority, so we have concerns on SDG 1, on ending poverty, the quality of education, SDG number 4, gender equality, SDG number 5, and SDG number 8, decent work and economic growth. So these are concerns of the government. And if you look at the Philippine Development Plan, you will immediately understand this strong focus on, let's say, those SDGs, number 4, number 5, number 8, number 1. So this Global Accelerator initiative is in some way very, very simple as a concept, because it implies creating a critical mass of knowledge, a critical mass of financing sources and alternatives, and a critical mass of partnership to help the Philippines accelerate the development agenda. It's like that. This platform is creating an important momentum, an important glue, where we put all our energy, capacities, resources together. But it's not in a vacuum, this investment. This investment is very clear, and this is perhaps the most interesting part of the philosophy of this Global Accelerator, that is, integrated employment and social protection policies, for which the Philippines, you have a wealth of knowledge in this area. So you are very well placed. Integrated national financing strategies, and we are very happy that we have here the Philippines with this initiative supported by the joint SDG fund, integrated national financial framework, and of course enhanced multilateral cooperation as one of the key elements and drivers of this initiative. So achieving this Pathfinder status will require, of course, a high-level commitment from the government, and it's quite interesting. We have here the Department of Labor, we have NEDA, and many other governance institutions. But we need this high-level commitment from our government partners, and this is why we are organizing this first step. And I strongly encourage you to make the most of this exercise to really understand the principles and the philosophy of this Global Accelerator. So I wish you a great debate, a good discussion, and as a UN resident coordinator, we will make sure that you have the support of the UN country team. And thank you so much to WFP, to UNDP, to UNICEF, and others present in this meeting. So welcome once again, and thank you so much for this very timely meeting on the Global Accelerator. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gustavo. We're joined by